You're teaching your son and have to be rude. Tell me something I don't know. Man, I put in the game in the right big blues. Tell me something I don't know. Man, I put it on go for the training crews. Tell me something I don't know. And man, stand by your side cause you got the juice. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. No, no. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know.
Right, Dexter Hastings here for bbcolin.com. We're at Fightden and I'm with the retaining Bkb heavyweight champion, British heavyweight champion, Dan Podmore. Dan, welcome to Fightden, mate.
Awesome, bro.
Right, gonna say straight away, one of the reasons I've got you on, I'm not a massive fan of Bkb. I respect what you do, but it's basically your story and where you come from, because you come from the unlicensed, and now you are admittedly smashing it in Bkb, right? So you retained your title.
Yep.
How did that fight go for you?
Well, they gave me another giant in Charlie Milner. He was 6'5". He had an 85-inch reach, which is quite long. And yeah, it gave me a few problems in the first round with the reach and stuff. But yeah, I just had to overcome and adapt. You know what I mean? So the first round wasn't really the best. When I felt like it wasn't the best, but then I watched it back. It didn't seem too bad. But yeah, I think it caused me a few problems in the first. But then in the second, I started to come into my own. I was measuring the distance, and you know, I was getting in and out before he could touch me. Then the third round, pretty much the same. But then, you know, I was using the angles to get in, and I've caught him with right up to the body and a left hook, and he sort of like folded on the deck. Fair play to him, tough as old boots. He got up. I just stayed composed, and then he come to the fourth round, hit him with the same combination, and I put him away. So
do you know what? I did, like, as much as I'll admit that I didn't watch the fight, like we've already told you, there was a lot of boxing on that. And you know, I'm a purist. I like the gloves.
Of course,
but you know what I mean. Enough respect for you for doing what you're doing, because that is a hurt game not used to. I'll readily admit that. But I seen the size of the geezer, and I was like, but then when I think about it, in the unlicensed game, you fought people like Duffy, who's on the level, and he's got big monkey arms as well. You know what I mean?
I think you referenced me with that Joe Cocaine as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
He was a big dude as well.
Bam. That's what I refereed that one. So that's what I mean. What I'm quite shocked is that me and you never fought.
I know, yeah.
I think I might have swerved you a little bit, but you know what I mean. But I think one of the things was that I was never one to fight journeyman. Not saying that you, but you used to take a minute's notice. Now, if one of my opponents hadn't turned up, I'm 100% guaranteed they would have phoned you, because they'd have needed someone at your level. But I'm quite glad that all my opponents didn't turn up, because I don't really want that, especially at 50 now.
Yeah, you know what? It's even like untrained and whatever, and fat and unfit. I'm still a lot of problem for any heavyweight.
Definitely.
But now it's sort of turning around.
Well, I've watched you train. Is it what's the
Fitness Factory?
Fitness Factory, right? I've seen the videos of you training there, man. And I'm going like that, and I could see how much you were putting into it, and you know what I mean. I was chuffed to bits that you've won the British and you've retained it. Do you know what I mean? And you put the work in. I can't deny that. You know what I mean? And like, fair play to you. But what's next now? Is it to continue with the Bkb, or you going to do a few unlicensed? Did they come up?
As I said, it was, I think, me doing the unlicensed stuff, and I think that's it's got to be worth my while. I don't think, obviously, because I'll be getting paid a whole lot more. Doing the Bkb, which is what I want, really. So unless it's worth my while, I'm going to be sticking to
Yeah, well, that's fair enough, you know what I mean?
The gloves off.
Right. Okay, here's one for you. Sell me BKB, yeah, because I've watched it, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen Trez, you, Connor, James, all the Birmingham lads and the Black Country lads, and I'm like, I want to kind of get into it, but then I just look and I just think it's really, but sell it to me, because, you know,
Well, I say I think it's a bit more action packed. It's a bit more gory. Saying that though, I don't think you're causing as much damage long term than what you would with gloved. See, if you're going like 12 threes, you know, you could be, you know, implementing some real damage to your brain and stuff. At least with the bare knuckle, it's, you know, you're out. You know what I mean, and then that's it. And it's quite high paced. It's the way I like to do it now. It's only 2-minute rounds still, so it's all like non-stop action straight away. It's, you know what I mean. And
how many rounds was your fight?
It was 5.
5.
Yeah,
Is that what? Because Connor fought for the world.
Yeah, it's 3 rounds normally. It's 5 for the British and then 7 for the world.
Oh, okay.
So
that's reasonable.
It's not too bad. I have no doubt in my mind that, you know, it may progress. You know what I mean? As the sport does progress.
Because it is getting bigger.
Yeah.
I've got, even though, you know what I mean, as much as I want to fight, like saying, it is getting bigger. Are you looking at moving on from the British to, I don't know, the European or the world?
Well, I've got my eyes on the world. I did after the first when I won the British. There's a guy from the UFC. He signed with the Bkb, and I don't see anybody else rushing to fight that guy. You know what I mean? But I've already said I'll go in there and fight him. He's an ex-UFC guy. He's fought for this UFC Heavyweight Championship. He's fought guys like Dan Podmore and Stipe Miocic and stuff. So they're like at the top. So I'm putting myself forward to have them sort of fights. So and now it's because we're going over to, we've got like a new American crowd now. It's audience. We're shooting. We're getting like quite a lot of American following. So I don't mind if they want to bring an American over.
Yeah, well, no, this is one of my things, right? And I cannot believe this. Kind of something that Mr. Hench mentioned on one of his various things was not about your fight, but that Connor fought someone from the Black Country, and that was a world title fight. Where I would have thought that would have been a British title fight. Yeah. But I will say, from what I heard, it was a great fight, and from the state of the two geezers, they've left everything in that ring.
It's just like, say, let me pick them off the wall. So Frankie Gavin and Sam Eggington.
Yeah.
They're at the top of both their sports, right? So why can't them two brummies fight for a world title?
Yeah, well,
or a WBC or something like that.
They fought for the WBC.
Exactly. So that's just the way I'm gonna to put it.
No, do you know what? I can see that. I can see, because I can see. Look, well, both of them come from like unlicensed. I know Connor had a good amateur career as well.
James did as well.
Well, but both of them done the unlicensed as well. Yeah. And you know, that's where I'd see them. You know what I mean? And I could see that we're both tasty. So I can see why it was a world title. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, there's people out there who will question that.
Mr. Hench he goes out his way to try to discredit Bkb and that. So I tend to not to listen to him or recommend you listen to him, to be honest. But you know what I mean. Obviously, you seen the other day, he wasn't at the best skill level. But yeah, like I said, it's like it's one of them. It's with the Bkb, they've just signed Ishay Smith. You know what I mean? So, and he's was it IBF super middle, was it? Yeah. Yeah. So, and he's from Vegas, and I think
there are a few pros that have got over to it. Terry Crovers had to go at it as well.
Yeah, Terry Crovers did well against a pioneer, Jim McCreary. He's the old gypsy boy. I thought Terry won that as well, to be honest. But there's a few good pros going over. You got Barry Jones. He was a good pro. Nathan DeCastro. He was a good pro. I think it was like 16 fights and 14 knockouts.
And you're on box rec now as well, isn't you?
Yeah, we're all on box rec. Yeah.
Which
we're all recognised.
Literally, I see it. I was like, kind of lost my shit. I was going, hold on, what?
Yeah.
But do you know what?
It's
a new sport, and you know what I mean.
They said like, you know, that UFC wouldn't take off, but now I think BKB will be the next UFC. Obviously, it's taken off in America with the BKFC, and you know what I mean. But I still think that our company is still leading the way.
Yeah, well, it's the only real. Like, I know there's a couple of other bare knuckle ones knocking around, but BKB is it's by far the biggest one I've heard of. You know what I mean? And
that's what I mean. So like the last guy, the last American I fought, Josh Burns. Yeah, I jumped off a plane from Turkey, took the fight last minute, and beat him, and now he's lining up to fight for that the heavyweight title in the BKFC. Okay. So it just shows you, you know, where the level's at. So.
No, but like you said, even when you weren't training, you were a major problem. Always, you know what I mean. You cause anyone, like, even if you, because there was sometimes I've refed you a few times, or I've been in the opposite corner a few times, and I've just known you haven't tried. You know what I mean? But when you do try,
it's a different story.
Craig Taylor, when you fought him on one of the Fightden shows, that was, I even come up to you after and goes, I thought it was a draw because that was a great fight, and I could say how annoyed you were that you didn't win that, but you know, swings and roundabouts, and that you're the away fighter, so it's always gonna.
It's one of them. You get used to it being in that sort of game now. So me taking a loss in that respect, it sort of just goes straight over your head. Yeah,
it's like it's just giving the money, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
And I know a lot. I know you because you had over 200 unlicensed fights, but it basically is that hour's notice. You turn up and down the country. That's the way. Like, I think you've earned your trade, earned your respect. Is that people are just like, he's tough as hell.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, paid my dues. I reckon. Yeah, so to speak. Yes.
So it's fantastic that you've got this, you know, niche now, and you're like one of the leading lights in it. So like, fair play to you. Now you've got a massive following, right? Is there anything you want to say to all the people that follow you and any sponsors you got?
I just want to say thanks to everyone that supports me. You know what I mean? It's all you guys that are doing it for. So without yous, you know, there's no point in me fighting. So much love.
Everybody, Dan Podmore, Dan, wicked mate.
Thank you.
Well, great chat with the British champ, Bkb British champ, Dan Podmore. I've known Dan for a while now, and refereed him, been in the corner against him. Somehow we never fought. It's quite a bit of a shock, that is, because he's a top fighter. Yeah, he's doing the BKB, and he's doing himself proud. He's got himself in shape. When he was doing the unlicensed and the white collar, he would take a fight at an hour's notice, whatever. He had gloves, would travel, and he wasn't fit, and he still used to cause people serious problems and win a lot of fights as well. The BKB now is taking it seriously. Is a big loss to the white collar scene and the unlicensed scene, but I really hope that he does really well in BKB. He's the British champion at the moment. He's looking at going for the world title. He's earning some proper dough now. Hopefully when the lockdowns and he starts selling tickets again, he'll earn even more. Good luck to him. Am I a fan of BKB? I can't ever see me being a fan and it taking over boxing, but just like UFC, it's got its place, and as long as it's got its own fan base and people want to pay to watch it, fair play to them, and good luck to all the Birmingham Black Country BKB fighters. And if you do want to get on here and talk to the BB column about your story, let me know, because I might be interested now. because Dan's opened the door.
You're teaching us silent possible rules. Tell me something I don't know. Man, I'm thinking the game and the bike ain't closed. Tell me something I don't know. Man, I push on go for the training crews. Tell me something I don't know. And man, stand by your side cause you got the juice. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. No, no. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. No, no. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Yo, tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Yo.